Hello, Gutsky here. Welcome to my first top 10. I grew up with the Crash Bandicoot series in my childhood, so the racing games from the series are pretty much my favorite. I would like to say my top 10 favorite bosses from the racing part of Crash Bandicoot. First things first, there are only 3 racing games in the series, and one of them doesn't even have bosses, so this list is mostly made up from 2 games. So with that in mind, let's get your engine started for the countdown. Number 10, Pabu Pabu. This character is one of the original bosses from the first game, and coincidentally, he's the very easiest boss I have ever played. I love this guy because he's a big fat guy who's generally entertaining, especially in Twinsanity, my favorite game. Number 9, Ripperoo. He's definitely one of the more funny and insane characters in the series. He was always the boss who you'd have to beat with a pattern of jumps and attacks. Very simple patterns, but still fun to fight. He's on this list mostly because of how fun he was and entertaining his personality is. Number 8, Krunk, the first boss from Nitro Kart on the list, and he's also the first boss you have to fight in the game. Most of the reason he's on this list is his background and personality. He's the planetary champion of Terra, and since Terra means Earth, it's a lot like Earth, so you get the point. So, basically, Terra is a lot like Earth. And he's racing to prove Terra is superior to Earth, at least until you beat him, which is not that hard. Number 7, Nash. This little guy from Nitro Kart is the second boss in the game, and he's a weird one. Nash is a shark alien thing from the ice planet Baron. He breathes with his special water goggles, so he never really stops or sleeps until you beat him with Team Bandicoot. Oh, and his behavior is like a pissed off 7-year-old. Number 6, Norm. Like all the other Nitro Kart bosses, he's strange and unique in his own way. Norm is a space mime who doesn't really want to race. He actually just wants to stay at home and read his books. But Velo forces him, unfortunately, to do so. Norm has the ability to turn into a blue gooey substance, and when he reforms, he's in the form of 2 Norms. One is the size of the normal one, and the other one's a fat, loud, obnoxious mime who speaks with a New Jersey accent. The race is pretty fun too, since you have to beat both of them to win. It's a quite interesting change on the racing aspect. Number 5. From Crash Team Racing, we have Komodo Joe. Unfortunately, they didn't have us race him and his brother, Komodo Mo. But that's what we have Norm for, of course. But getting back to the point. Joe, he is the 3rd boss in the game, I believe, because I do not remember it at the moment, but we'll get back to that later. He's a very interesting character to me. He has the brains and speed of him and his brother, and he's a master at samurai swordplay. The track you have to race him on makes it a challenge to face him, and it feels so satisfying when you finally beat him. Number 4, we have Pinstripe with Toro. Somebody please correct me in the comment section if I'm saying that wrong. Please, he's like one of my favorites. I'm not sure if I've been saying his name wrong this entire time. So correct me at the end. He is one of my favorite characters in gaming because he's very interesting to me. He's essentially a gangster Toro with a machine gun, or Tommy gun if you prefer. He's one of the more intelligent of Cortex's creations, which makes him unique compared to all your other guys you have to fight. He's very fun to race, mostly because of his voice. He speaks with a stereotypical Italian mobster accent. This guy's just generally entertaining, especially at the end of the game where he takes your girlfriend. Okay, number 3, Velo, the final boss of Nitro Kart, and he is awesome. He's actually one of my favorite guys to fight in all of gaming. You actually have to race him on my favorite track, Hyper Spaceway. He isn't that interesting himself, although he makes up for it in gameplay. He's a challenge to beat because the track is very long, so you do get plenty of time to get ahead of him, but he's not alone. He's got 2 of his minions trying to beat you up, and those guys get really annoying, especially when he starts throwing crap at you. So, yeah, I love this guy, and he is super fun to fight. Number 2, Nitros Oxide, the final boss of Crash Team Racing. He's actually one of the first final bosses I've ever had to fight. He's really fun, especially his motivations. Here, he goes around the galaxy looking for capable drivers to challenge. If they win, he has to leave and go home and never return. If he wins, he turns your planet into, well, a parking lot. Not the funnest thing to do. Not only is his track super long, but he's like 4 times faster than Velo. It's like almost impossible to beat this guy unless you know the boosting glitch or the really obvious shortcut in the map. Now for a quick recap before we get to my number 1. Number 10, Pabu Pabu. Number 9, Ripperoo. Number 8, Crunk. Number 7, Nash. Number 6, Norm. Number 5, Komodo Joe. Number 4, Pinstripe Potario. Please tell me I'm saying that right. Number 3, Velo. And number 2, Nitrous Oxide. That's right, my number 1 is Geary. This guy is awesome. He's basically C-3PO, except he's evil, a championship racer, and obsessed with cleaning. Yeah, he's that kind of person. He's the champion of Techni, my favorite part of Nitro Kart and the world you have to embrace when you go there. When you race him, you have to do it on one of my favorite tracks other than Hyperspaceway. He's even a really good challenge to beat, especially if you do not know the shortcuts of his racetrack. He even has 2 little helpers trying to knock you out, which gets very annoying. But ultimately it's pretty satisfying when you beat him. His concept is original, he's entertaining, he's a good challenge on an awesome track. That's everything I love in a kart racing game. And with that, I conclude this top 10. Thank you for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe. And can somebody please be the lucky person to put Pinstripe's name in the comments? I don't want to be wrong about his name. I'll feel horrible.